Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Avowed. Last episode we got familiar with the new area, and this episode I would like to go and pick up our next companion so we can get rid of Kai. As much as I like Kai, he doesn't do that good later in the game, so let's go ahead and speak to the governor.
How can you ignore what's right in front of you? The Dream Scourge is here, in the soil, and it's killing us. Oh my goodness. Are you a godlike? My reputation precedes me.
It was more the sound of your voice that preceded you.
Maybe you can talk some sense into our governor. Put the fear of the gods in him.
Seems more likely you'll have to punch some sense into him.
Excuse me, but unless you have official business, I'll thank you not to involve yourself in our private discussion. Very well. I hope you remember that behind these walls, your influence has limits.
I'm sure she didn't come all this way just to challenge your authority. As you can see, I was just proving a point to our esteemed governor.
A cart full of spoiled vegetables. You call that a point?
Ha! Emerald Stair used to be a lush garden for miles around, and now I don't even recognize it. First came the invasive species, roots and mycelium growing overnight, as though nature itself had gone mad. The Dream Scourge has twisted our lands, our wildlife, and now, our farms. Then there's no time to waste arguing with bureaucrats.
We definitely agree on that.
I believe that we can restore the land, bring back its soul and its sanity, cut off the Dream Scourge at the root. Our governor would rather ignore the problem. He doesn't trust animancy as his father did.
They do. And that's the kind of reckless behavior I'm trying to avoid.
Reckless is all we have time for. Before we can deal with the Dream Scourge, we first need to understand it. Unfortunately, new experiments have to go through him.
Must be nice that all the arguing isn't about you, for once.
I'm just trying to stop Chiata from hurting herself. Animancy is dangerous when you're shooting in the dark. I see you're unfamiliar with animancy. You don't appreciate just how dangerous that could be. Are you going to tell her about your family's basement? Or should I?
How dare you use that against me?
I know it was an accident, but look what it cost you. We can't let it happen again.
While we argue among ourselves, the Dream Scourge is tearing the living lands apart. Tearing our people apart.
I wouldn't stand between you and your ambitions.
Really? Unexpected from an Adiran. But how could I refuse an offer like that? Well, Governor, looks like I'm taking some time away from my duties. I'll trouble you no more.
Your request is denied, Chiata.
I wasn't asking.
Your responsibilities are to the settlement. Turning away from them sets a precedent that I cannot allow.
Everything I have proposed has been for Fior, and you still refuse to cooperate. Under the circumstances, I don't have much of a choice.
Then neither do I. Chiata Castel, from this day forth, you are banished from Fior Messiverno.
Whoa, you're banishing her for that?
What?
Ignacy, we can't lose our brightest animancer in the middle of a crisis.
Your pupil has gone too far, Quilici. Take her and leave. You're still a guest in my town, but to us, Chiata is an outcast.
Governor, this is unacceptable. Your father would have kept this community together at any cost.
Don't bother, old man. He isn't his father. I've done all I can for Fior Messiverno. But But you haven't even tried. Now limp back to your giant house like a good dog. We should talk somewhere private. Meet me at my house due west by the workshop.
Oh, we gotta pick her up from the west. Sucks.
I'll find us another bedroom.
Alright. I do believe everything... Yeah, okay. We don't have to go that far then.
That did not go as I had planned.
What did you think would happen when you confronted him so?
Well, my first idea was to mess up this house. Maybe break a window or two.
Perhaps I should thank you for showing restraint.
Okay.
I'm sorry you had to see that. What an asshole.
Giata, some manners, if you please.
Why start now?
We're on the verge of extinction, but our governor is too busy protecting his fragile ego. What does he know? He isn't even an animancer.
You did challenge his authority.
I know, but... curses. Without Fior Messiverno, I'm hardly even an animancer. My tools, the workshop, all gone. Most of us would be better off without tyrannical bureaucrats. At least now I'm free to study whatever I want, on my terms. The Dream Scourge has been a thorn in my side for too long. Straight to business then. I can respect that. When it comes to the Dream Scourge, we haven't been allowed to acknowledge the problem, much less act on a solution. Today, that changes. I need help from the animancers around town, but as you can see, I'm an outcast. Glad to hear it. Your education should come in handy. Monto Pastor is in the workshop due west. He's got an invention that can help us. Elia Rossell is an authority on the undead. Her methods are controversial, but useful. She lives in a cottage southeast of town. And then there's Yvette and Remy, our philosophers. You'll find them at the docks, southeast of Fior. Each of them owes me a favor. Drop my name and they'll tell you what they know about the Dream Scourge. We're about to make history. But first, research.
Guessing she's not much of a hunter. Might want to get extra rations next time we go shopping.
Godlike, imperial.
Can we equip her already? Alright, I hope we can equip her at the next party camp. Because if we can, we won't actually die, according to some people. Like, she makes it extremely hard for you to go down in combat. So, if that's the case, then everything will be smooth sailing till the end of the game. And then we'll probably replace the dwarf with the other chick, the avatar, the pink avatar lady. Whatever they're called in this. Come on.
Listen, if you need food, you're going to have to get in line like everyone else. I had noticed food missing, but I hoped it was rats. I would normally let this sort of thing slide, but right now, every piece of food missing is a person who goes hungry.
That's not that bad.
Thank you. Look, I'm happy to have this back, but I have to imagine Rosanna had a reason for taking this stuff. I should have known. My family shares the same beliefs. It's just feed the people, then worry about the dead. I don't hold this against her. Rosanna truly has Fiore's best interests at heart, even if her priorities are out of order. Thank you for returning the food. It's a small thing, but it's a big deal to us.
The people. No cutting in line. I was here first.
That was practically like a quest skip. Alright, let's go to the camp and see if she's there. I hope she's there. I don't think she's there, though. I think I might have to gather everyone first. But we can still talk to the people. Yeah, it doesn't look like she's here. Okay. Armor. Okay, let's talk to Kai.
You know, I've heard dueling is popular in the Valian republics. You wouldn't think a public argument could feel as brutal, but I'll be damned if Giada didn't draw blood. No doubt. That's why I admire the resolve. Living Landers can be contrarian and combative. That's what sends a lot of us here in the first place. But it's still hard to swim against the tide with your own people, especially when it means getting them to face a hard truth. You seem to have turned out okay. You and Giada, come to think of it. She knows who she is and what she believes. She's got more clarity and conviction than I had at her age.
She has more clarity than you have now.
Hey, I am a willing victim of my own delusions.
Can we just talk about something else?
Hey, don't worry. We're talking about Giada's situation.
Right. Like, what did you think I was talking about?
Anyway, this can't be an easy time for Giada, but I'm glad to have her on our side.
Okay, Marius.
Envoy? Well, that was interesting, right? The woman arguing about the crops failing? Standing up for what you believe against authority. I can respect that. Of course, my method would have been run away under the cover of night, never to return, but yeah, this works for her. I don't know. In my experience, it's always the snake you don't see that bites you. Anyway, there's clearly more going on here than a bunch of animancers sitting in dusty labs doing whatever they do all day. Beyond that, nah, I can't help you. Call me when you're back to facing real danger. Right, changing the subject.
We can talk to him later. Now, if the Inquisitor is the bad person...
The Adra stirs, a crackle of light in a withered field. The bars stifle us. We cannot recall when last we spoke. Hollow faces in a line. What has come of this place? A hand of generosity, or a gauntlet of steel. We feel them. They bend and hone the essence of the earth. They draw from our veins like a well. What are these rituals? Eons have passed. We do not recognize these strange machines. The harvest grows. The dead rise. What do they hope to achieve? reset what has been broken, soothe the pain. They build walls in their hearts. Why do they not share what they make? Punished, cast out. We understand. We peer through the murky water in vain. What is the truth? The bitter tincture heals. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. We have learned much. Dream of soaring wings in your repose.
If the Inquisitor, it turns out to be the bad guy, I would I don't understand why it would be hinted at the entire time. That I don't understand. I hope that doesn't end up being the case and there's actually a bigger threat than the Inquisitor, but
Those are no ordinary farmhands.
what the hell?
A godlike in Emerald's death. I'd offer to shake your hand, but I've been elbow deep in Beatrice all day.
What does that mean?
Beatrice, you know, the one with her viscera on display? As you can see, this is my reanimated corpse farm.
Oh, and what do you use for fertilizer? Other corpses?
I'm trying to demonstrate the value of undead labor. But of course, nothing is ever that simple. But my revenants are special. So gentle and well-behaved. Most of the time.
It's somehow worse knowing that these corpses are polite.
Now, Beatrice, she's being a real problem, if you can believe it. Would you be a dear and reach into her guts? Feel around for anything that doesn't belong. Aha! So the blight got into my revenant and interfered with her raising. That confirms one of my theories. Not only is the Dream Scourge affecting our farms, it's disrupting animancy, unraveling our work. Sounds like I have more research ahead of me, but at least now I have a sense of direction. Thank you for getting your hands dirty on my behalf, godlike. You're a natural. Giatta Castel wants my professional opinion. What an honor. I have a few theories, but no firm conclusions. I have to ask, is it true? Did Vidaro kick her out of town? That's our governor for you. Self-righteous even in his own ignorance. Very well. I'll tell you what I know about the Dream Scourge. But first, I need some help around the farm. I'm up to my ears in chores around here, and the Revenants can only do so much. They can't do complicated tasks, you see. Anyway, I'm afraid the time has come to put down poor Silvo. Silvo is one of my Revenants. My oldest, my favorite, and the pride of my flock. Someone needs to put a poor fellow out to pasture. And I just don't have the heart to do it myself.
Well, it's already dead. That's the hard part done right there.
When a revenant goes bad, there's only one option. Final death. And poor Silvo's time has come. Outsiders and travelers down on their luck. You'd be surprised how many people want to sell their bodies to animancy.
Say what you will about mercenary and military life. At least your obligations end at death.
Anyone else see a downside to giving monetary value to corpses?
This is a good forever home for the undead. Better than some crypt, anyway. But sometimes we have bad days.
The achievement.
Really? Oh, I've always wanted a godlike for the stakes.
Yeah, I'll do it for the achievement.
Deal.
That's funny.
You've made me a very happy animancer.
Make sure she doesn't try to collect till after your death.
I'm not dragging your corpse back here from some ancient ruin, I'll tell you that.
Once you've dealt with Silvo, we can finalize the arrangements. Thank you for understanding. You can find Silvo in the barn. He's blocked the door somehow, but the window should be open. Just be gentle with him. He's a good boy.
Who's your good boy? Who's your good boy?
She just couldn't come out and say that.
That's awful.
And this is why I don't take pets.
That's so terrible, bro. I don't quite... So we gotta go around? Okay, that makes sense. Anything over here? Yeah, of course there is. Poor Silvo, bro.
Nothing like a win with a good team.
Getting killed twice, now that's rough.
Envoy, a pleasure as always. Poor Silvo. He was a bright young revenant, but a very old man. Thank you for giving him peace. So, the Dream Scourge. I've been keeping an eye on the readings from my fields. This plague, as we know it, is a recent development. But I believe whatever causes it is older by far. Maybe even as old as the living lands. The exotic plants and animals, the twisted landscape, the Dream Scourge, they have a common ancestor. There's something about the essence in the living lands that's different from anywhere else I've seen. But how to find something so well hidden? Can something so metaphysical even be found? Not to get too superstitious, but in these troubled times, the arrival of a godlike is no coincidence. You are meant to be here. Toward what end, only you can say. Well, I'm happy to give her some good news for a change. You and Giat are going to shake things up. As for me, I'll be keeping a close eye on my flock. Ah, before I forget, here's a down payment on your body. And here's your collar. Try not to lose it. You're going to love it here. Hopefully not for a while, though.
A collar? Summons a revenant to fight. Oh?
Great. Now I have to add to my list of idiotic ideas.
Let's hope we steer clear of assassins for the time being.
So I'm gonna say this right now. The Dawnshore is actually the biggest area, I believe, in the game. Everything else is kind of like flat. And the other areas in the game don't seem to have that much space, so the series won't drag out too much. I'm thinking of maybe 40 some episodes ish, maybe not. But I enjoyed it. I don't understand the, like, I understand why people hate it, because you don't get the feeling of immersion, but I don't think this game was trying to be like in Elder Scrolls that people are saying. It's just so stupid to compare games. Like, I understand where the game falls flat in some areas, but I don't understand why you would need, for example, you know, coming over here, you could break this, right? However, you can't, I don't know, take this random object right here and store it or sell it. I don't get it. Like, I know Outer Worlds had some bit of stuff like that, like being able to take some things, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. I gave a decently positive review and I got a clown emoji'd on my review, so just one though. I even told him to wait for a sale. I don't understand if that like classifies a clown. It's so stupid.
Yvette, look what I found. A genuine godlike.
Oh my gods, Remy, it's finally happening.
Do you think they can hear us?
Let's find out. Hello, me, Yvette. You friend? Remy, take a note. Fluent speech and upright posture show marks of sophistication in the endangered godlike. We heard that Giada partnered up with an outsider, but I had no idea you were a godlike. Fascinating.
I suppose we owe her a favor. Or two.
Giada must have sent you to be our test subject. She knows how we adore your kind. Satisfy our curiosity and we'll give you everything Giada needs to finish her research. Deal?
Let's begin the examination. If you could choose, who or what would you be in your next life?
Tree.
Next time you go around the wheel, you might not get so lucky.
Who wouldn't? My turn. Some would call you blessed. Others would call you cursed. The fact remains, you were touched by the gods.
So both a blessing and a
Wouldn't
curse?
you say that you owe something to the rest of us?
What?
No need to take offense. We merely seek to learn.
Oh, I thought of another. We all know that godlike can't reproduce. How do you plan on leaving a legacy after you're gone?
These are the worst questions I've ever heard.
Yvette, take a note. Godlike are inherently uncooperative. Approach with caution. I think that covers everything. Thank you for that brilliant insight, Godlike. You're a credit to your dwindling kind.
So, Giada wants to know all about the Dream Scourge, yes? Such has been her research of late. Do you want the good news or the bad news?
There's no cure for the Dream Scourge, much in the way that there's no cure for an avalanche.
Giada will be interested to learn that the Dream Scourge cannot just be studied in a lab. Its nature is wild, so it has to be studied in the wild. Our machines and experiments would meddle with it too much.
And like anything affecting the soul, it must be connected to essence. Thus, if she wishes to discover more about the Dream Scourge, a Pillar of Adra would be a good place to start.
Precisely. A godlike and a scholar, too. Incredible.
Indeed. Just as Adra channels essence, so too may it provide a key to discovering more about the Dream Scourge.
Not that we'd ever be interested in such research, of course. How droll. Now that we've researched the mind of a godlike, the next step is anatomy. But we've taken enough of your time. Farewell.
Hurry, before they change their minds.
Ugh, I might have dozed off there for a bit. Were any of those words the ones we needed?
This is one of the Living Land's main export hubs. Or...
Lockpicks, bro? Oh yeah, they also... Oh? You actually have some Awakened Audra. I will gladly take that. Okay, so now we just gotta go this way. I'm gonna see if there's anything in this house real quick.
Nice work. Right behind you.
Beyond sight!
Hey! Over here!
Beyond sight!
Come and get me! One moment. Ah, that happened. They won't get past me.
Beyond sight! Isak Sabri!
Wasn't too bad. Seemed like something died up here. At least you can open like a lot of doors. That's a positive, right? I have 24 lockpicks, bro. Oh, I love it. I'm glad they made that change. So good. No thanks. I don't think enemies respawn in here like most of the places in Outer Worlds. Can't wait to get 2 more one-handed weapons. Because it would suck if we have to use this the entire time. Doing it all for the next companion. Let's go pick up more lockpicks. Oh my. I will take the health potions though. Any more lockpicks?
Welcome back.
Nope. Just food. What about you?
Even if welcome back. Stop them.
Really? We'll save the Awaken Adra for later.
Founded machine. Oh, I heard there was a new arrival, but I didn't expect a godlike. Welcome to our modest workshop. Giada, what a loss. I owe that young woman more than I could ever repay. Unfortunately, I cannot do a lick of research while my equipment is underpowered and overworked. Ha! A novel idea, that. What I need is a stronger power source. Grimoires can hold intense power, but not for long. Besides, grimoires require a wizard to draw in essence. It's too dangerous at this scale. Oh, wait. One of our rangers reported that an Adragon recently died in a western grove. Indeed, but that well is almost dry. I need more. An Adragon's heart can hold an immense amount of essence. The grove is to the west, across the chasm. You can't miss it. The rangers say a Delumgan queen holds court there. You may be able to retrieve it without violence, but most Delumgan in these parts are hostile to Keith. So you can understand why none of us went rushing over there to find it when we heard the Adragon had died. Still, Delumgan queens can be reasoned with, so if you want to get the heart peacefully, try not to kill her guards.
Okay, so before the mission even begins, it tells you that you can actually get through doing the peaceful route. I saw a preview of a guy doing that. See, that's pretty cool. So far with my experience with this game, I would give it a solid, 7.5. It's not like Outer Worlds, which I think I gave that like an 8. And again, I would wait for a sale for this game. It's really fun, but it doesn't. People are just upset that it doesn't have the freedom that I guess they were looking for in like an Elder Scrolls game. But I don't think that's the point of the game, if we're being honest. I still enjoy it though. Because if you like Skyrim, just play Skyrim. There's mods, bro. Like, mod it to as much as your PC can handle.
Oh, it's you. Leave me alone, alright? I'm not looking for trouble. Maybe, maybe not. What's it to you? Well, don't tell anyone I'm here. That damn fool Gwolf with his head full of visions. When he wanted to resort to violence, I knew I had to leave. I guess you must have seen something in him I didn't. Hope your mercy doesn't come back to bite ya. Maybe I'm brave, maybe I'm stupid. I'll find out eventually. In the meantime, I can sleep at night. Good luck out there.
Let's go get that heart. Come on. Hey.
Good. You finally showed up. I was worried you weren't coming.
I don't even remember this guy.
My name's Keeledge. Pleasure to meet you. Hilgard sent me to Emerald Stair to keep an eye on this place. I had orders to make contact as soon as you arrived. I won't talk long. He only wants me to let you know I'm here. If you need to get word to the ambassador, I'm your man. Depends on the day. Hilgard told me to blend in, observe, and contact you. Now, I think I'm just supposed to wait and report back in a few days. I'm worried about drawing attention from Ludwine's crew in the meantime. I think they're up to something. I've got a bad feeling about this. I think the scale of their operation is dangerous. Will do. If it's just the two of us, I don't fancy our odds. Stay safe, Envoy.
Oh, there's a camp over there.
Take your best shot. Here they come. On your left.
I will gladly take these bows and break them down. Okay, I couldn't grab on that. I was wanting to loot it. What the hell was that? Super weird. I can't grab onto that? Really? Really? Okay. But I can grab onto that. Okay. Do I need to interact with it? No. Well, while we're here, we can find the ranger. Okay, we're taking this guy out. Ow. Maybe we're not.
Another win, but who's counting?
Their camp's here.
Gone. Adelaro's gone. It's a dream. Sweet dreams. Sweet tea and pie. Hello. Are you a fish too? Oh, the sardines shimmer. They swim in silver circles.
Something's not right with her. The Dream Scourge. Is this how it starts? She's probably the ranger Fidelio told us to look out for. Poor kid.
We're Belena? Maybe you're Belena. Where's Adelaro? We need him. Adelaro knows where Adelaro is. Adelaro's face burst into violets when the dreams came. Red violets. He joined the others.
She's talking about another dream thrall. We better find him before he finds us.
She watched that happen to him. God.
A lamb taken from the flock. How do we soothe her?
Your friends speak true. They know us. Help us. When you find them, they will scream. They will sing with you. Soon the rest of Fior will be swallowed by dreams too. But tell us of Adelaro first. Where is he?
If nothing else, you'll spare her from having to see it.
Find him. Give the lieutenant our badges. He swims in the bone and boar. He calls himself Fidelio. He will understand our song. But Adelaro stumbles at the mouth of the river above us. Please, help us sleep soundly.
Okay, let's go get his badge. I can't hit those. I can't hit him with the axe. Well, that was a fight and a half. Alright, Kai has something to say again. It's up here. I think Star Metal's up here, if I'm not mistaken. This is a dungeon? Riverside Cave, okay. Five? Ooh. Yeah, carrying capacity doesn't make much sense in this game, considering you can just send everything to the encampment.
You take lead. Trespassers! Who goes there? Worry in the brush! Descend to the earth!
Oh, you guys actually killed him. We also have to find the god, totems in this area, I believe, as well. Alright, so where do we gotta go? Alright. Journal. No, that's not it. All the way at the... Okay. We will try our best.
Heard they're more scared of us than we are of them. Cave up on the cliff. Maybe these Zarbs are protecting something.
Cave up on the cliff. Okay, let's try to climb up here, I guess. We'll see what they're protecting. I'm guessing they're gonna attack me whenever I go inside. Zarb camp. You know what? We'll come back. We'll do a dungeon run later. Because I want the healer. Oh shit.
One moment.
Ow. Okay, okay, let's not do that again. Furion. Okay. I don't know how to feel about that. Let's upgrade our items. Yeah, I don't care for that. I need one more branch. Okay. All right, we got a decent amount of stuff from that.
Oh, hey there. Something on your mind? It just took me back. Something about her reminded me of old times. War stories. And I've seen shades of that before. The meek trooper who develops a taste for killing. Now, the part that stuck with me was what she said about watching her partner turn. Seeing someone you know, someone close to you, beyond help like that. I just want to know, you were careful when you told her about Adelaro. Why? It probably was. Some part of her seemed to know. And even in the state she was in, she handled it. Better than most. Sorry. I need a moment to clear my head.
Okay. Yeah, we have a decent amount of stuff to still discover. Like, don't get me wrong, this area is still massive, but there's a lot less verticality in this area, which is kind of nice. Let's go ahead and churn in missing rangers. Yeah, we'll go ahead and turn in that quest. I don't think we're going to be able to get the healer until after we clear out the eastern, or I'm sorry, the western half. So what I'm thinking is we come back, we do the companion quest right here, and then we'll try our best to fight the Delamgon, and then we'll head to the Adrigan Heart. Seems like the best course of action, so that's what we'll do in the next episode. But let's turn this quest in, and we'll end it there. Inching our way slowly through the game. I could just buy the exceptional wand, but I don't think I want to do that. As far as the sword's a little bit down, our armor's fine, our wand's up to par, so the only thing not up to par is our sword, but we mainly use the axe anyway. So it's not that big of a deal.
Please tell me you found them.
Your rangers lost to the Dream Scourge. Nothing we could do.
The Dream Scourge. Here. Tell me you're joking. So it is. Gods, I saw these signs. I didn't want to believe them. They'd been acting sideways, more than just distracted from their work. I thought it was... Well, I don't have to tell you twice. I was so wrong. I think I know the answer, but is either of them still alive? Merla, when she turns, Fjord will panic. Where is she now? I don't know what to do. I can't hurt her, but I can't put Fjord at risk. That won't do any good. Do you think poking around and severing her soul will save her life? Even so, if it's early days and Vidaro doesn't find out... All right. It goes against all my instincts, but we'll try it. Once. Here. You went to a lot of trouble. You ought to be paid for it. It's time for me to get out of here and actually do my job. I never thought... I just hope we're not making a mistake.
Yeah, level up. Don't know if I want that. Alright, I believe that's what I'll do. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like, subscribe, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.